All right, today we're diving into a company called Bitmine Immersion Technologies, or BMNR for short. And you're going to want to pay attention to this one because they're making a massive $14.5 billion bet that could literally change the entire crypto game. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's just kick things off with the number that is everyone talking, $14.5 billion. I mean, that's just a wild figure, right? And that's the total value of everything BMR holds. We're talking crypto, cash, and even some investments they call moonshots. But where in the world does a number like that come from?
Well, here's your answer. This is the heart of that huge valuation. The company's managed to get its hands on over 4.2 million Ethereum tokens. Let me say that again, 4.2 million ETH. To give you some perspective, that's a massive, massive chunk of the entire Ethereum network, all controlled by just one company.
So, that leads to the big question, right? What on earth does a company even do with that much crypto? Because, this isn't just about piling up digital gold for fun. No, there's a really specific, really ambitious plan behind all of this. Let's dive in.
So it all comes down to this core mission they have, a kind of guiding principle they've named the Alchemy. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little out there, almost mystical. But trust me, it's the absolute key to figuring out what BMNR is up to.
So what exactly is the Alchemy of 5%? Well, it's pretty simple and honestly kind of mind-blowing. It's Bitmain's official company goal to buy up and own 5% of all the Ethereum in circulation. Just let that sink in for a minute. We're not just talking about being a big fish in the pond. This is about becoming part of the pond's foundation. It's their single guiding mission.
And they're not messing around. They are moving lightning fast. Just look at this. They're already at 3.48%. That means they're almost 70% of the way to hitting that crazy goal. And they've done all of this in just 6 months. 6 months. The speed they're accumulating ETH is, well, it's something we've just never seen before.
And you might think a strategy this aggressive would spook investors, but it's the exact opposite. This isn't some rogue mission. The company's chairman, Tom Lee, makes it clear that their stockholders are all in. He calls it an accretive strategy, which is just a fancy way of saying it's designed to make their stock more valuable. And with 81% of votes in favor, yeah, it's safe to say their investors totally get it, and they love the plan.
Okay, so where's all the money for this epic shopping spree coming from? Well, that takes us to the financial engine that's making this whole thing possible, BMNR's stock, which has been on an absolute tear.
And when I say it's on a tear, I mean it. The stock is a complete juggernaut. Every single day, on average, about $1.5 billion worth of BMNR shares are bought and sold. That kind of trading volume is just huge. It means there's a ton of cash flowing through it, which gives the company some serious financial firepower to go out and buy more ETH.
Now, to really put that trading volume into perspective, check this out. If you rank all the stocks in the US by how much they're traded, BMNR comes in at number 60. It's right there, sandwiched between giants like American Express and Accenture. So you see, this has gone way beyond just being a crypto thing. This is a full-blown Wall Street story now.
And honestly, it's not a huge shock when you see who's backing them. We are talking about the absolute heavy hitters of both tech and crypto. You've got Cathie Wood's ARK Invest, you've got Founders Fund, and on the crypto side, giants like Pantera, Kraken, and Galaxy Digital. Basically, the smartest money in the business is piling into BMNR.
But here's where the story takes a really interesting turn. BMNR's game plan isn't just about stacking up crypto. They're also placing these wild bets they call moonshots. And their newest one? Well, it's a real head-turner.
They've just dropped $200 million on an investment in a company called Beast Industries. And yes, if you're wondering, that is the company run by MrBeast, the biggest YouTube creator on the planet. Talk about a pivot, right? From pure crypto straight into the heart of the creator economy.
So why on earth MrBeast? Well, the chairman, Tom Lee, has this amazing quote that just nails it. He says that every one of MrBeast's videos is like watching 2 Super Bowls. But it happens every month. Think about that. The biggest TV event of the year in the US, and he's doubling that audience twice a month. The scale is just, it's hard to even wrap your head around.
And it's not just hype. The hard data absolutely backs this up. If you look at this audience usage score, which basically measures engagement, MrBeast blows away the competition. He's got more engagement than Disney, more than Netflix. He's not just a creator, he's the media powerhouse for a whole generation.
Okay, so let's pull it all together. BMNR has this giant mountain of Ethereum, and they're making these wild moonshot bets like the one on MrBeast. But the end game isn't just to sit on all this stuff like a dragon on a hoard of gold. Nope. They have a very specific plan to make their crypto treasury start spitting out cash. A lot of cash.
The whole plan hinges on a process called ETH staking. Now, the simplest way to think about it is like earning interest in a savings account. By staking your ETH, you help validate transactions and keep the network secure, and in return, you get rewarded with more ETH. And BMNR is building its own special system to do this at a massive scale. It's called MAVAN, which stands for Made in America Validator Network.
And the game plan here is super straightforward. Step 1, they launch their MAVAN system. Step 2, they take their entire 4.2 million ETH treasury and stake it. And Step 3, they just sit back and start collecting daily reward fees directly from the Ethereum network for helping keep it running.
So, what's the payoff for all this? Well, get ready for this number. Once the system is up and running at full capacity, BMNR expects to be earning over $1 million every single day just from staking fees. You do the math. That's a revenue stream of more than $370 million a year just for putting the assets they already have to work.
So when you zoom out and look at the big picture, what BMNR is doing here is potentially way bigger than just one company's strategy. This could literally be the blueprint for a whole new way of thinking about a company's treasury. We could be looking at a fundamental shift in how the financial world operates.
In fact, the company itself is making a pretty bold comparison. They're saying this moment is just like 1971, which is when the US dollar officially disconnected from gold. That one decision completely changed modern finance forever. BMNR believes we're at another one of those moments right now, and they're positioning themselves to be an absolute giant in this new financial world.
And all of this leaves us with one massive, fascinating question to think about. As more and more companies like BMNR start moving billions of dollars in assets onto the blockchain, are we actually watching the biggest change in corporate finance since we left the gold standard? You know, only time is really going to tell. But one thing is absolutely clear. BMNR is betting the farm that the answer is a resounding yes.